Hi there. All I can say about this one is it's definitely a cheesecake of a different kind. Baked mac and cheese is a very popular dish, but here we get to kick it up a notch and use a fancy cake pan to make a macaroni and cheese your family won't soon forget. When this dish appeared on a Facebook group for people with cast iron Bundt pans, I simply could not rest until I tried it myself. The trick is to simply make a baked mac and cheese that's solid enough to stand on its own when removed from the pan, and that turned out to be very easy to do. What's more, the preparations for this dish are very simple, as we just have to chop up an onion and garlic, and of course, cook up 4 slices of bacon. The bacon will be used to top the cake when it's finished. Once the preparations are ready, we preheat the oven to 350 degrees and boil a pound of pasta in salt water until it's ready to serve. The pasta can be set aside to cool while we prepare the fixings for the mac and cheese. All we do now is melt a stick of butter in a cast iron skillet. From here, we cook the onions and garlic together until the onions begin to caramelize. Add salt and pepper, then add some flour to thicken the roux. After stirring a little, we mix in 2 cups of cream, and then add some ground mustard and smoked paprika to give it flavor. Now to add the cheese. Well, half the cheese. We'll be adding more later. You can use your favorite cheese combination for macaroni and cheese. I'm a fan of New York extra sharp cheddar to give my mac and cheese some bite. Now that the cheese is ready, it's time to break out the cake pan. I'm proud to own a cast iron Bundt pan, but this recipe will work fine with any aluminum or steel Bundt pan. Mix 5 eggs together in a bowl and add a little salt. We then mix the eggs into the cheese batter. From here, we add our cooked macaroni and mix everything together. We could probably eat this mac and cheese right now, if not for the raw eggs in the batter. And now, we add the mac and cheese to the cake pan. And into the oven it goes to bake for 50 minutes. When it came out of the oven, I wasn't sure if it was solid enough to hold together. There is only one way to find out. Fortunately, this isn't a pastry cake, it's made of pasta, and that means we only have to wait a couple of minutes before flipping the pan. Success! After baking for 50 minutes, here is our macaroni and cheese Bundt cake. And for the final step, we prepare a cheese sauce to top the cake. This is no more than heating up some heavy cream in a cast iron skillet and mixing in 8 ounces of shredded cheddar cheese. Be sure to use the orange colored cheese to give it a good color. We add extra milk or cream to thin the sauce, but just a little bit at a time. Also, we add a half teaspoon of smoked paprika to spice up the topping. Add extra cream or milk until it reaches the consistency of the caramel you see in those candy bar TV commercials. Carefully pour the cheese topping over the cake, but be sure to do it quickly before the cheese cools off. And at last, the final touch. We top the cake with crumpled bacon, and our macaroni and cheese bundt cake is ready to serve. Just the look of this mac and cheese makes people want to try it, and when they do try it, they'll be certain to enjoy it. And I hope you enjoy this one, as it's easy to make and a lot of fun. But once it's done, it certainly won't last very long, and you'll probably need to make more very soon. Thank you for watching.